Let's take a look at some of the updates that we've made for cost centers, which are going to affect your room bookings and your service requests. Now, it's important to note here that when selecting a location, it has to firstly have services enabled, and secondly, that you need to have facilities admin access. Let me show you what that looks like. So if I click into our Detroit location, we can see services is completely grayed out because it's not enabled for this location. If we go into our Birmingham, UK office, we can see that services is not grayed out, but if I try to access it, we can see it's restricted access to facilities admin only. So let's get facilities admin permissions, and then we can go into this feature. Okay, now my roles have been updated and I have facilities admin permissions. I can go into Birmingham and we can see there's no padlock against the services section. So let's click into it. We now have this new settings section here. So if I click into there, we can see there are 3 new fields for us to interact with, all of which are for cost center. Firstly is make cost center field mandatory. So by enabling this feature, you can make that cost center field mandatory to fill in when creating an event. Now this can be applied to all room bookings, just any booking with a service request, or specific services like catering, equipment, or layouts. For now, let's leave it with all room bookings, and let's show you exactly what that looks like. So we'll save and we'll go into our room schedule to start creating an event. So from our available rooms, we'll select a relevant time. So let's say 5 o'clock. We'll start creating an event, but you can see here that I cannot create this event because the cost center field has not been filled in. This is a free text field, so I just need to add something, and there we can create the event. Let's take a look at our second item here, which is rename cost center field. When enabling this feature, this will allow us to change what the cost center is called. Some organizations refer to it as a revenue center, but we can essentially call it anything that we want within a 40 character limit. So let's save that. And if we go back to setting up an event, again, I can select here, and we can see now in this field, instead of saying cost center, it says revenue center. And lastly is our predefined cost center selection. So this will take it from being a free text field into a drop-down menu. So let's enable this. From here, we can add in our various labels that we want to be included in this drop-down list for the cost center. With some options created, we'll go back into our room schedule and again, go through the process of setting up an event. And now, with it still being called the revenue center because we still had the renaming feature enabled, we can click into this and it gives us this drop-down of all the different options that we created. Let's choose sales. And again, I can create this event. Now what happens if you've created an event with that drop down option, but then it gets disabled? So let's disable that feature and we'll hit save. Let's have a look at our event. We still have marketing, but this is now a free text field. So I could remove that and I could put anything I want into there, even if it wasn't included in the drop down list because it's just a free text field. So just to recap, we have these updated features for cost center, which are going to affect room bookings and services. You can find these features in the services section, as long as services is enabled for the specific location and that you have facilities admin access for that specific location as well. And those are the cost center updates.